Hi betting experts, on Wednesday the 29th of July, day 2 at Glorious Goodwood, a brilliant day's racing, the ground quickening up all the time, 25 degrees, a sunny day forecast. The highlight of the day comes with the SUSSEX Stakes at 3:15, but we're going to spin through every race, starting with the 110 of FILLIES Handicap, and here I think it's a great opportunity for Danielle Menuzier's Dean Street Doll to continue her run of progressive form. She's been brought along steadily this season, probably in need of the run on her first couple of runs, but showing a lot more when fourth the last time out, and I think she's got ideal conditions here to go close. Menuzier is a really good trainer. He's got his team in brilliant form at the moment. He places his horses very carefully. He had a treble last week at Sandown where he's got a brilliant record, and this one is just the sort that he's been aiming at a valuable prize at a big meeting such as this. I thought B Moore was the other one who comes here on the upgrade, has now won 4 times from 9 career starts, got a really progressive, upwardly mobile profile, and while now does have to defy a career mark, seems sure to give her running again. Moving on to the 145, the Unibet Goodwood Handicap. This is a marathon stamina test, and I really like the claims of Mark Johnston's Summer Moon. The positives, well, Johnston's got a brilliant record at Goodwood, particularly at this meeting over the years, and this useful stayer showed marathon trips held no terrors at all when a cracking third at Royal Ascot, proving his stamina in the process. He does have to be forgiven a poor effort when tailed off last time out, but that's typical Mark Johnston. They run absolutely abysmally and then bounce back sort of weeks later. That's typical of him, and I think you're getting a bigger price about Summer Moon because of that dire effort last time out. I thought the other one of interest there was Cliffs of Dunedin, trained by a very clever man in Rafe Beckett, and this one was quite an eye-catcher in the same race as our selection at the Royal meeting. Sent off 33 there, dropped right out because it was a very doubtful stay, but I thought didn't run at all badly, and a more positive ride you could see that one get a bit closer at a bigger price. The 2:15, the Unibet Handicap, this is our value angle selection of the day. I think this is an outstanding chance for John Gosden's Encipher to make the most of a fairly lenient looking handicap mark. I didn't think he ran that badly in a York Group 2 last time out, despite not settling, fading in the final furlong. Having not really settled in the closing stages. I'm hoping he'll drop the bit here. Faster ground hopefully will definitely suit him. He's a strong traveller with a bit of turn of foot when the cards fall right, and hopefully Dettori can get that right. The danger could come from Sarvan, who's a progressive performer for an excellent yard, and George Scott is improving run to run so far. He was only workmanlike in getting off the mark at Pontefract at the 3rd attempt, but that sort of track doesn't lead itself to explosive, impressive displays. It is a sort of grinder's track, and I think there's more to come from Sarvan. The Molecombe at 2:45, a cracking contest for 2-year-olds here, and I did think that Kevin Ryan's Ben McDooey was one to follow after a really impressive winning debut at Hamilton recently. He showed a bright turn of foot that day, despite evident signs of greenness. There's loads more to come, and Ryan can do absolutely nothing wrong with his juveniles. He's teamed up with Kevin Stotty to brilliant effect, particularly in the north, but he's got a very strong hand in that division. It's certainly significant that he's chosen Ben McDoo to come down for this valuable prize. The danger, well, it could be Night on Earth of Andrew Balding, who improved dramatically for a sighter on his debut when bolting up at Windsor. Impressively now, it wasn't much of a race, it has to be said. I'm not a massive fan of Windsor Maidens. As a general rule, they don't tend to be too many fancied, that's for sure, and the market's a pretty accurate guide, but this one was impressive, quick and clean away, showing loads of pace from the stalls despite a slow break. Soon in command at halfway there and winning well. There's more to come from him, and Baldings do improve run to run, so I am fearful, but Ben McDoo looks the one to side with. The feature race of the day, the betting expert nap of the day, Siskin, a horse I really like. There were doubts about him staying a mile before his run in the Irish Guineas, but he was heavily backed and returned from 308 days on the sidelines to post an even better performance that he's shown in his 4 wins as a 2-year-old. There's loads more to come from him. He loves fast ground. I think he'll take an awful lot of beating. Kameko, who did us a turn in the 2000 Guineas, really impressing, and was certainly not seen to best effect in the Derby last month, given far too much to do, like all of them behind the runaway winner. That run's probably a strikeout. I'm quite surprised they dropped straight back to a mile, but he's a very high-class performer and a big danger to Siskin, but I just think Siskin might be open to a little bit more improvement. The last couple of races, Fillies Stakes at 3:45. Well, Miss Jingles did a lot wrong when getting off the mark at Sandown last week. Still pulling up the middle of the track. Didn't really look a likely winner. I think she traded at something like 8 or 9 to 1 in running, but she put her head down and won narrowly. There's more to come. She's still green, raw, and learning the game. If she settles better, she'll take a lot of beating there. Furlong Factor, I thought, could be the danger for all. He's pretty exposed. And the last race, a really competitive, typical Goodwood handicap to finish thing off. Amanda Perrott is a trainer, trains locally, always has 1 or 2 lined up for this week, and Zhu Fen has been on the radar for some time. He is a frustrating performer, doesn't win too often, but he's become extremely well treated. He's now down to a mark of just 90, having been competitive of 108 not that long ago, and I don't think he's quite as regressive as that leniency from the handicapper suggests. I think he'll go really close with fast ground ideal. And Beyond Equal was the other one who's shaped better than the bare form on both runs this summer. He's been edging towards a winning mark again, and he should go well. But Zhu Fen for me to round off day 2 at Glorious Goodwood.